which mini is the worst, and most importantly, which mini is the best. In today's video, I'm gonna try to show you my tier list about the current meta, including heroes as well, by the way. And in the background as well, I'm going to show you some gameplays about one of the best free-to-play decks in the meta right now, which is ENB Fully Specialist with Giant. And as well, I am having one epic key. At the end of the video, I'm gonna try to get the battle machine with it, so stay tuned for that. Okay, now let's start, and firstly we will begin with the D tier, the worst minis in the meta right now, which is going to be Wave Master, Barbarian and Golden Giant. About the Wave Master, there's just too many decks with the specialist synergy in the meta right now which cancels the Wave Master's stun, so he's never going to give you the value that you want. And about the Barbarian, I think there's no need to talk about that. He's just the trash of the meta. About the Golden Giant as well, after they removed the block from his injury ability, he just is not feeling like a good tank. There's a lot of better options than him. Alright, now let's go to the C tier, which we are having the Royal Champion and Barbarian King in it. About the Royal Champion, it is the same story just like the Wave Master. The specialist synergy is making her so weak. Most of the abilities that the Royal Champion is having is based on takedowns, and because of the heal that the specialist synergy is providing, that is going to be really hard to do. About the BK as well, I am really not sure. I really tried to find a good deck for him, but that was just not existing. I think the problem might be with his promotions. The only promotion that it is useful right now is the invincibility, so I think if they added some new promotions, he might come back to the meta. And about all of the remaining minis in the C tier, we are rarely seeing some players using them. They are just not going to give you the value that you want. If a player was using them, it is just for activating some synergies, not to get value with them. Now let's go to the B tier, which we are having SK, Countess, Queen and Battle Machine in it. About the SK, we all know that there's only one deck that it is viable with him, and it is Royal Ghost Fully Ranger Synergy. And recently in these days, there are some decks that can hard counter that really well, like ENB with the Fully Specialist Synergy. And Countess as well, she is not that bad, especially when you use the Fully Rook Synergy with her, but there are some decks that she just can't win against, like Warden Fully Mage Synergy and sometimes as well the Monk, so she stays in B for now. About the Queen, the story is just like the Skeleton King. It is because of the ghost that she's so popular in the meta right now, so I'm not going to talk so much about her. Okay, now let's go to the final one, which is going to be the Battle Machine. He should have been in C tier, but after the buff that they give him, he is now dealing 5 damage per hit when you give him a promotion, and the disarm as well is so useful in some situations, so he is going to be in B tier. And it is all because of the gizmos. The only two gizmos that is useful with him is Mirror and the Elixir Collector. And unfortunately, sometimes in some matchups, you can't get any of those two gizmos. So I think if they buffed these other gizmos, he is going to become one of the best heroes in the meta. Now about all of the minis in B tier, most of them are having two synergies, which makes them really good in so many decks. But the value that they are giving to you is depending on some situations. For example, the Headhunter is only giving you the value against the heroes. Against the minis, he is so or she is so bad. That is all about the B tier. Now let's go to A, which we are having Grand Warden in it. Warden right now is useful against most of the decks in the meta, especially when you run the triple wizard with him for activating the Fully Mage Synergy. It is really funny when the ghost get freezed by the Ice Wizard infinitely. The only matchup that he might struggle a little bit against it is against the Fully Specialist Synergy. So I think A is the perfect tier for him. About the Apprentice Monk, the silence is so nice to have in some situations for countering the clash abilities like the Ghost. And the Battle Boxer as well, she is having one of the strongest synergies, which is the Specialist, and against Warden Wizard, she is one of the best minis. to destroy that deck completely. And as well, we are having Dark Prince and Sailor because they are top pay to win minis. I'm just joking, guys. They are strong. I'm not going to go into the details. And finally, we are having the P.E.K.K.A for activating the fully specialist synergy, and she is as well one of the best, or I can say she is right now the best damage dealer. She can like take down a full HP Shield Maiden with 3 hits. That's just so insane. And finally, the best minis in the meta right now in my opinion are going to be Monk, Shield Maiden, Pink Fury, NB, Princess, and the one and only Royal Ghost. About the Monk, he is just a one-shot machine, and the Shield Maiden, when you run the fully specialist synergy with her, you can win every single matchup with her if you played well. Like, that deck is literally having no bad matchups. And about the Pink Fury, after the buff that they give to the fully elixir synergy, she is right now sometimes ending a match with only a few seconds when you save a lot of elixirs. Now about the NB, you know what, maybe I should have put the NB in A tier because there are some matchups that she can't win, like against the Monk. So I guess, yes guys, I think like the NB is in A tier. I really can't move here right now. However, she is really good against the Ghost, and she's as well the only hero that is having 2 synergies with her. That is not something that can be messed around with. Now for the minis, we are having the Princess, aka Miss Oppenheimer, which sometimes with one ability she can wipe the entire board. Believe me, she is not a mini that you want to mess around with. And finally, we are having the Royal Ghost, the most toxic mini in the meta right now. He can literally go permanently invisible when you 3-star him and activate the fully ranger synergy with him. So I will say he must definitely be in S tier. Okay, at the end, that is my tier list. What you are thinking about it, let me know down in the comments. Alright, now the moment that most of you were probably waiting for. Are we going to get the battle machine? Let's find out. The animation, an epic. Are you serious? Wait, why it is so bright? Let's go! We got the battle machine! I really can't believe that. This is so cool. Wait, where I am, guys?